Hey guys, okay, I know I sent the email out late, but hopefully you guys can still join me, okay? Today's gonna be a really important topic, and I wanna say this, please share this live, okay? Please share this live. This is a really important live, because we're talking about how breast cancer and fibroids are linked, okay? Very, very important live. So even if you don't want to share it on your page, you could send it to somebody in Messenger. So send it to at least 5 women you know with fibroids, with endometriosis, with ovarian cysts, okay, any type of reproductive health issue, okay? Because we'll talk about how breast cancer and and fibroids are linked, okay? Very important topic. If you're here, hi, okay? Put hashtag live if you're here. I would love to know who's here, or you put a 1 in the chat if you're here. Okay, if you're watching this on replay, definitely hashtag replay. This is a like I said, very important topic. You know, you feel inclined to share it on your page, you can, or send it to somebody in a message. You know, send it to somebody in Messenger that you know that has fibroids, because again, very important. Okay, so fibroids can increase fibroids do increase your risk for breast cancer. Okay, this is not me saying this is what studies say, and I'm gonna tell you how these things are linked. Okay. This is really important because breast cancer, I feel like we probably all know somebody that has suffered from breast cancer, or that currently is dealing with breast cancer, battling through breast cancer. It's no joke. And it is, you know, 1 out of every 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's very, very, you know, it's growing. The rates of breast cancer are definitely growing, as well as other estrogen dominant cancers such as uterine cancer, cervical cancer, ovarian cancer. All of these cancers that are, they start off from estrogen dominance, okay? So this is really important. I really wanted to talk about this, all right? So hopefully you guys will learn something. This is not to scare you, okay? Because here's the thing. When it comes to fibroids, when it comes to estrogen dominance, you can reverse this. So this video is not to scare anybody. This is not for you to lose hope. You can reverse this, okay? You don't have to go through this, okay? So, yeah, so let's talk about it. So for those of you that are joining me newly, my name is Sasha, okay? I'm a holistic women wellness specialist, and what I do is I help women who have fibroids and other reproductive health issues. I help them engage in everyday healthy habits, okay? I also help them heal their wounds naturally and energetically as well, okay? With a wound detoxification plan, okay? A holistic wound detoxification plan. And I help women get to the root cause of the problem, because why one woman develop fibroids may not be exactly the same reason as why another woman develop fibroids, okay? So I'm very passionate about helping women also enhance their fertility, okay? So they don't have to rely on fertility treatments and other unnatural things, okay? So we're all holistic over here. If you are not interested in holistic methods, if you don't trust them, this probably is not the live for you, okay? It's probably not the page for you either, okay? And that's okay, okay? But now I'm going to talk, I really want to dive into this topic because this is, again, something that's very important. Okay, and when you talk about fibroids, we don't associate it with cancer. And I totally understand, because I'm not saying the actual tumors are cancer, because it's like a less than 1% chance that your fibroid will turn cancerous, right? So I'm not saying that, but I am saying you do have an increased chance of getting certain type of cancers when you have fibroids, okay? And the studies show that, and breast cancer is one of those cancers. Let me explain. So fibroids, if you've been following me for a while, then you know, if you're in, say hey, hashtag live, you know, feel free to ask questions, okay? When you have fibroids, and if you've been following me for any length of time, you should know this, right? That means you are estrogen dominant, and that means that there's an imbalance of estrogen in the body, okay? There's elevated levels of estrogen in the body. Even if you are like, okay, I'm in menopause, I've been told that my estrogen levels are low, because I get that a lot. Yes, you can still have low estrogen and have estrogen dominance, and this is how, because there's an imbalance of progesterone and estrogen, and you have little to no progesterone, meaning that imbalance is creating that estrogen dominance, if that makes sense, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. So when we're dealing with estrogen dominance, right, this is where there's an imbalance of estrogen in the body and progesterone in the body. These are 2 very important hormones within women, okay? And when this occurs, then guess what happens? Then we're more prone to fibroids. We're more prone to heavy bleeding. We're more prone, all these things that we think are normal, painful cramps, you know, passing clots, are from estrogen dominance. So hate to say it, but and studies show this too, most women have estrogen dominance. Now, some have it worse than others. This is a hormonal imbalance that affects women. It also has been affecting men as well, you know, prostate cancer and all sorts of other things, right? That's going up. But here's the thing. All the things that are listed, and I always put this out there every now and then, the symptoms associated with estrogen dominance, because a lot of people don't know about it, and your doctor's not going to tell you, right? But I always put this out there, all the conditions that are associated with estrogen dominance. I mean, from allergies to fibroids, to ovarian cysts, to endometriosis, to heavy bleeding, all the way up to infertility, breast cancer, uterine cancer, ovarian cancer. You know, these are cancers that either affect the womb or the breast. And the womb and the breast, they both have, the womb and the breast both have estrogen receptors, right? So, you know, this is when the start of the development of breast cancer starts off with, you know, triggering those estrogen receptors, okay? So you have an elevated amounts of estrogen in the body. Both, that's what fibroids and breast cancer have in common, okay? So you need to understand that. So it's very dangerous. And I always say this, estrogen dominance does wreak havoc in the body when you continue to let it go on, right? It starts off, it starts off as, you know, maybe when you were a teenager, you first got your cycle. It can start off as, you know, you having painful cycles. And then as you get older, heavy cycles. And then as you get to your 20s or 30s, it starts, you know, fibroids, developing fibroids, maybe having issues with conceiving. And then what women think that if they have a hysterectomy or a myomectomy, they take away the issue of fibroids. And that is not true, okay? Because you still have what caused the fibroids to develop in the body. You still have that estrogen dominance. You still have those toxins in your body. You know, you still have the backed up digestive system and all of the things that come with fibroids. Fibroids is a full body issue. I always say this. It is not something that you just look at surface level. You want to look at it as, you know, why did your body develop fibroids? Okay? So this is a huge issue among women. So when you get fibroids, right, what most women do, right, is run the surgery and think that that's solving the problem. It may temporarily solve the issue with the fibroid, but it's not solving the issue with the hormonal imbalance. That's still in your body. And there's a chance of that, you know, once it gets really out of control and you really don't do anything to balance those hormones, it can, you know, resort to things like uterine cancer, breast cancer. You know, even one of the symptoms of uterine cancer is heavy bleeding, believe it or not, right? And these cancers are getting more and more common, much more common, okay? Especially among women under 40. You know, the rates of all these cancers, these estrogen dominant cancers, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancer, they're going up. And yes, it is when you have an abundance of estrogen in your body, elevated levels of estrogen in your body, and imbalance, you raise your risk for these cancers. You know, also the same thing. Hey, first person that said anything, I was like, why is everybody so quiet? Thank you, Empress. Happy Sunday. Thank you. Nobody commented. I'm like, are people here? But yes, when you have, hey to everybody that's in, hopefully you guys, hopefully you guys are doing great on this Sunday. All right, feel free to hashtag live if you're in, share this live. Again, this can save a life, okay? I keep saying that. Share it in the messenger if you don't feel comfortable sharing it on your page, okay? We're talking about how fibroids can increase your risk for breast cancer. Hi Tanya, how are you? So happy Sunday. So here's the thing, right? Again, you were dealing with inflammation when you have fibroids or endometriosis or ovarian cysts. We're dealing with, you know, again, imbalance in the body, toxins. These do not go away when we have surgery. These things don't go away when we have a hysterectomy. I posted this on Instagram. Somebody asked me, will this chance of you getting breast cancer go away when you have a hysterectomy? Absolutely not. Do you know how many women who have had fibroids, have had a hysterectomy, and have gotten breast cancer a couple years later? You guys, like, that happens. You have to take away, you have to deal with what caused the fibroids to develop. You can't just, just take out the fibroid and think you're solving the problem. You're not. And that's why, another reason why I'm so against surgeries to dealing with these problems. You have to rebalance your hormones. Yes, the estrogen levels being elevated is unfortunately being communicated as normal by healthcare professionals. Listen, that's why, a lot of people trust healthcare professionals more than their bodies. Even look, I tell people, look, if you're not resonating with what I'm saying, that's fine, right? But you trusting somebody just because they have a white coat and putting your life into their hands, when you're noticing your body is having all these reactions, it's literally letting you know that there's an issue. But you don't want to, you don't want to listen. You want to listen to everybody else, like, you know, your healthcare provider, your doctor saying this, right? Your body's you're heavily bleeding. You have all these horrible cycles. You have PMS. You know, your body's showing you that it's out of balance, right? You know, you probably have gut health issues. You have fibroids. You got this, you got that, but you are normalizing that. And you're saying, oh, well, you only take care of it once it starts to really affect your life. And then you think just, okay, what quick fix can I do? Oh, myomectomy. Oh, hysterectomy. Like, that's ridiculous. Instead of you actually solving the issue of, okay, what caused these fibroids to develop in the first place? You don't want to do that because that's too hard, right? But you could be saving your life by doing that. And you also are greatly improving the quality of your life, because I mean, I know that with these bad cycles, I know they must be hell. I know that because I've been through them, right? For many years, I had horrible cycles. And it used to be have cycles for a whole entire week. That whole entire week was hell. Every single month. You deserve better than that. Sasha Saves Wombs, thank you. Yes. Empress, you're the one that created that hashtag for me. Sasha Saves Wombs, I'm trying. Sasha Saves Lives, I'm trying. Quality of life does matter, absolutely. Your emotions are out of control, exactly. That's categorized as mental health issues, right? So you thinking that these are normal is the issue, okay? You're not listening to your body is the issue. Your body is communicating with you, but you're ignoring it. That's why a lot of women have horrible connection with their body. They don't have any connection with their body. And you notice those type of women tend to develop, I've noticed, because I talk to and work with some, women. I've noticed those type of women tend to have the hardest time. Lack of connection to their body, they tend to have the hardest time. They tend to, have fibroids, endometriosis, all these reproductive health issues. They tend to have horrible cycles. They tend to be out of alignment when it comes to their hormones and their, that also translates to your life. Like that translates to everything. When you have unbalanced hormones, your hormones affect even your brain chemistry. You can't even think clearly when your hormones are all over the place, okay? And we have to stop normalizing that. You don't have to suffer. And when you continue to when you have fibroids and you don't do anything about it, you don't get to the root cause of it. You don't get to the root cause of your fibroids, right? And you think that the surgery will save your life, which it's not. Then guess what? You still are estrogen dominant and you're putting your body at risk for breast cancer, okay? And let me tell you this, if a doctor says, oh, estrogen is not the cause, elevated rates of estrogen is not the cause of breast cancer, studies actually prove that they are, but let's say a doctor says this, then why, when a person is diagnosed with breast cancer, they get them off birth control, they make sure they're off any type of hormones, okay? Because this does grow cause the cancer to develop and also grow the cancer as well, makes the cancer spread as well, worsens the cancer. Right? So I'm just saying this. I know cancer is a very, very, very controversial subject. I don't really like to talk about it. Okay. In my family, I have somebody that passed away from breast cancer many years ago, and it's still very, very traumatic. So I'm sure that everybody knows somebody on here knows somebody that's, had cancer or may have passed away from cancer or maybe got through fought cancer. But here's the thing, right? We have to know that only 5% of cancer is actually proven to be genetic. So breast cancer is not one of those cancers. So to think that, okay, it doesn't run in my family, then I'm good. No, that's not. If you watching this, you have fibroids, you have heavy cycles even. You have, ovarian cysts. You have even really bad allergies, okay? Because that's the elevated levels of estrogen. And yes, kids can have this too, because our environment has gotten so toxic, right? We've gotten so toxic that we're now passing down these hormonal imbalances and these illnesses to the children. That's why you have a lot of little girls having their cycles too early, estrogen dominance, okay? That's how it starts. So you need to, but the beautiful thing about this, it can be reversed. You can restore balance in your body, and that needs to be your interest more than surgery, because surgery is not going to get to the root cause of the problem. And I know that this is not a popular topic, but this is an important topic. Because like I said, this could save a life. You cannot continue to go on with fibroids and think that surgery is going to solve the problem. Get to the root cause of the problem. What caused the fibroids to develop? Okay, that's what I do with my clients. Get to the root. We gotta get to the root cause. If we don't get to the root cause, you're never gonna really achieve real wellness. You're not, because guess what? The fibroids can regrow right after surgery, like they do with most women. Right after surgery, or you can continue getting. You're at risk for another estrogen dominant condition, and breast cancer is one of them. They are breast cancer, uterine cancer. Like people in real life, young women have these cancers. I don't know why we always think that it's never gonna happen to us, so we can just live life any type of way we want to. I don't know why we think that, okay? So very, very important. If you can, if this resonates with you, if you actually care and want more women to benefit from this and to also wake up, then you need to share this live, okay? Share this live with at least 5 women you know. I know this is not a popular topic, right? Because, it's actually beneficial, okay? Because, Facebook. I feel like the most popular topics on Facebook are just trash. But anyway, when it comes to fibroids, right, there's more to the story than just what's going on in the uterus, right? Now, we have the fibroids in the uterus, but there's more to the story. It's a full body issue, right? When you have elevated levels of estrogen in your body, you're at risk for so many things. You're at risk for, and I'm going to actually repost that list that I usually repost every now and then of showing you estrogen dominant conditions, signs and symptoms that you're estrogen dominant. If you have any issue with your cycle, you're estrogen dominant. I'm talking about, heavy bleeding, cramp, which most women have, right? And if you have issues with your cycle, you need to be in my free masterclass, by the way. I have a free masterclass on Wednesday called How to Naturally Ease Your Difficult Menstrual Cycles. Okay, so if you have difficult menstrual cycles, whether they're due to fibroids or just because, or cyst, or any type of reproductive health issue, you need to be there, because we're going to talk about, you're going to learn how to naturally resolve that issue. Okay, so click the link in my bio, join my free masterclass. It's free. Okay, it's free. There's no excuse not to be there. It's on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so fibroids, do put you at risk for breast cancer. They do increase your risk they increase your risk for breast cancer. Doesn't mean you're going to get breast cancer, no. I'm saying they do increase the risk, just like birth control increases the risk, okay? That's why I'm always saying get off birth control. That's one of the many reasons I'm always saying get off birth control. Now, ovarian cyst increases your risk for breast cancer. And endometriosis. So these reproductive health issues, these increase the risk for breast cancer. They're, like I said, the causes are similar to breast cancer, okay? So you need to understand that, right? So I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not saying this to make you paranoid, but I am saying this, telling you this, letting you know this information so you can wake up and do the work to heal the womb and restore your hormonal balance, okay? So that you can make yourself a priority, you can make your womb a priority, and know that when you're healing the womb, you're healing your entire body. You're healing your entire body. And to just sit on this and not do anything about it is so detrimental to your health. And, it's just, it's not going to benefit you, okay? It's actually going to take away from your quality of life and could take away from your, your life expectancy. Because if we're talking about hormonal issues, this translates to so many other issues. And you need to know that fibroids is deeper than just fibroids. I always say this, what caused the fibroid? And just taking a fibroid out is not going to it doesn't get to the root cause of the problem, right? Because you still have what developed the fibroid to actually appear. You still have whatever caused the fibroid to appear in the body. That's still so that's still there, okay? So hopefully this makes sense. I don't know if you guys have any questions, or watching this later, you guys have any questions, let me know. But this is serious. Like when it comes to, especially when it comes to Black women, right? When it comes to breast cancer and Black women have a 41% mortality rate when it comes to breast cancer. So this is scary, right? And this is in 2023, with all these advanced technologies that we have now. So this is serious. And guess who gets fibroids the most? African-American Black women, right? So you see the link between fibroids and breast cancer? Just like, estrogen dominance, we're getting that the most, we're getting fibroids the most. We're also dying from breast cancer the most. Black women tend to get bigger fibroids and more aggressive fibroids, and fibroids that grow the fastest. And also with the cancer, breast cancer, we tend to get, like I said, we have a 41% mortality rate. So we get it worse than any other race. We may not get it the most in breast cancer, but we get it worse. okay? And there's something called triple negative breast cancer. This is the most hardest type of breast cancer to actually treat, and the deadliest one. And Black women are at higher rates for that type of breast cancer, okay? So, you know, I encourage you to do research on this, okay? Because there's lots of studies on this. It's really important for you to understand that, again, I'm going to keep saying it, fibroids is a full body issue. It's not just, it's something you have to want to actually resolve. You have to restore your hormonal balance. Hysterectomy is not going to restore your hormonal balance. You still have that hormonal balance with a hysterectomy, with a myomectomy, with UFE. And the UFE with the radiation, I don't know if you should actually, you know, go down that route, because here's the thing, you know, if you already have high estrogen levels, why would you do anything that, you know, that's a whole other story. I don't even want to talk about UFE, but here's the thing, right? You have to love yourself. You have to love your womb. You have to love your body enough to want to get better, to want to stop suffering, okay? So hopefully this helps somebody. Even if this saves one life, I'm fine with it, okay? Again, if you want to share this with 5 women that have fibroids. You could just send them the link, okay? You don't even have to share it on your page. Just send them the link. And women need to know that this is, like I said, this is something that we don't play around with, especially Black women, right? We seem to be the less knowledgeable about our health. I mean, we seem to be the least knowledgeable about our health, right? This is what I'm seeing, because I work with all races of women, and Black women tend to be the least knowledgeable, and it tends to be harder for, you know, I'm not gonna say all, I'm not putting this, I don't want to put us all, I don't want to generalize all Black women, but I'm saying that it tends to be harder to get us to actually care about ourselves, which is sad, but true, okay? So I need you to want better for yourself and your life and your lineage coming after you, because to me, I don't understand people can say they love their kids, but they can't even get healthy for their children. Just, you know, that's just one thing. But anyway, and you can't want your children to be healthy when you're not healthy. That doesn't work, because children mimic your behavior. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say on that one. Join the free masterclass. Click the link in my bio. How to ease your difficult menstrual cycles naturally. Okay, there's no excuse why you shouldn't be there. Okay, even if you are not available it's on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not available, then we have an upgraded version. Okay, you could upgrade, and that's only like $47. And you get the replay when you upgrade. Okay, there's a few people that upgraded, and you also get my plant-based recipes ebook as well when you upgrade as well. But other than that, if you're actually gonna be there, it's gonna be free. Okay, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. It's going to be on Zoom. And if you actually registered, please check your email, because you get an email as soon as you register, okay? And a lot of people haven't checked their emails. So I'm like, are you going to actually get the Zoom link? Because I know there's going to be so many people asking me, where's the Zoom link? Where's the Zoom link? Okay, so check your email if you register, and make sure you guys register. You can click the link in my bio. Now, if you want to work with me, if you're ready to start off this year on a clean slate, this upcoming new year on a clean slate, okay? And you are serious, okay? I do have a 6-week womb healing intensive, okay? I only want like about 8 to 10 women. And it's 6 weeks long, and we're on pre-sale right now. It starts on the 1st, January 1st, 2024. But this is for women that want to be fibroid free in 2024, that are serious about it, that are serious about their health. They want to restore their hormonal balance, and they want to learn and start the process of becoming fibroid free and start off the year on the right slate. Okay, so that's you. Send me a message if you are ready. If you want, if you're interested in that, send me a message. It's on pre-sale right now. $297 is due before the 12th, which is actually on Tuesday, and then the rest of it is due. $725 is due on next month, January 15th. Okay, not until January 15th. Okay, so if that is you, if you're interested in that, working with me directly. All right, go ahead and send me a message and we'll talk about it, okay? But here's the thing, ladies. I need you to understand that fibroids increase your risk of breast cancer. I'm going to keep saying that, okay? So you need to take this seriously. You need to restore hormonal balance. You can reverse these risk factors. You can, right? And when you go on your womb healing journey, you are healing your gut. You're, resolving the estrogen issue in your body. You're rebalancing your hormones, okay? You're healing your hormones. You are, shrinking and getting rid of those tumors. and you are improving the health of your entire body. You know, you are clearing out the toxins in the liver and the digestive system, the colon, all those places that's clogged up because, you know, because they gotta be clogged up because you got fibroids, right? You are infusing your body with, you know, minerals, and your body's able to actually absorb them, nutrients, right? That's what you're doing when you're on your womb healing journey. You are bettering your entire life, okay? So take it seriously. Womb healing saves lives, okay? So if you have fibroids, heavy bleeding, ovarian cysts, or any other, you know, reproductive health issues, you need to be on a womb healing journey, okay, in 2024, right? Get serious about your health, all right? Bye, ladies. Make sure you DM me if you have any questions, or if you want to work with me, DM me. Let's get started. We're about to go into a new year, and we have 22 days until 2024. Get your life together, okay? 2024, next year will look exactly like this year if you don't do the work to start setting up 2024 right now, okay? If you don't do the work to start setting up, listen, my whole 2024 is pretty much planned out. If you're not doing the work right now to plan out and to structure 2024, this year is going to look exactly like the other years that you were stagnant, okay? So get it together, okay? Let's stop talking about it. Let's actually do it, okay? Bye, ladies.